Hello, and a very warm welcome back to English Real Talks. This is the place where you practice and improve your English for real-life conversations. I'm the professor.
And I'm Jessica. Hello to all our listeners joining us from every corner of the world. It's truly wonderful to be here, Professor.
It is fantastic, Jessica, and I can hear a special energy in your voice today. You sound very cheerful.
Oh, I am, Professor. I really am. This time of year always makes me happy. I can feel the change in the air, the cozy feeling. What are we discussing today?
Today, Jessica, we are going to dive into the beautiful topic of New Year's resolutions. We will practice the vocabulary to talk about our goals for the future and how to express our hopes for a fresh start.
New Year's resolutions. That is such a perfect topic for the end of the year. I love the idea of making a list of things to achieve. It feels very motivating.
It certainly does, and discussing resolutions is an excellent way to practice a lot of useful English grammar, especially talking about the future.
That is true. But, Professor, before we get into the details of making plans, I have a request for all our listeners.
A very important request, yes. If you are enjoying our simple, natural conversations and want to keep building your English fluency, please take a moment to subscribe to English Real Talks.
Yes, hit that subscribe button. It helps us so much. And please remember to give this particular episode a like. Your support means we can reach more English learners just like you.
Absolutely. And if you know someone else who is working hard to learn English, please share this episode with them. Learning is always better when you do it with friends.
Thank you, everyone, for your support. Now, Professor, before we discuss our personal resolutions, can we first review some essential vocabulary? Some of these words might be new.
That is an excellent idea, Jessica. Understanding the core vocabulary is the first step. Let's look at a few key terms and phrases before we start our main conversation. What is the first concept we should define?
I think the most important word is resolution. What exactly does that mean in this context?
A resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. It's a promise you make to yourself, usually at the beginning of the new year, to improve your life or achieve a personal goal.
Perfect. So it is a special kind of promise for the future. For example, my resolution this year is to read more books. I want to read at least 20 new books.
That is a wonderful and measurable resolution. The next important phrase is set a goal. What does it mean to set a goal?
To set a goal means to decide what you want to achieve or where you want to go. You decide on the specific result you want.
Exactly. We set a goal for a resolution. You set a goal to lose weight, or you set a goal to save money. We use the verb set. The next word is prioritize.
Prioritize means to decide which goals are the most important and which goals you should focus on first. If you have 10 resolutions, you must prioritize the top 3.
A great explanation. It's about focusing your limited time and energy. Now here's a helpful verb phrase, stick to.
When you stick to your resolution, it means you continue doing it. You do not quit. You stay committed and consistent.
Precisely. It is easy to make a resolution, but hard to stick to it. And the last important phrase for now is fresh start.
A fresh start is an opportunity to begin again with a clean slate. The new year feels like a fresh start, like pressing the reset button on your life.
That's a lovely way to put it. It's the feeling of new possibilities. So, our listeners now know these key phrases: resolution, set a goal, prioritize, stick to, and fresh start. Let's use them to discuss our plans.
I am ready. Professor, tell me, what is your most important New Year's resolution for the coming year?
Jessica, that is a challenging question because I usually have several small goals. But if I must choose one to prioritize, I think it is to master a new skill.
Master a new skill. That sounds very ambitious. What kind of skill are you planning to learn?
I plan to learn how to play the ukulele. It's a small, beautiful instrument, and it sounds very peaceful. I bought a small, inexpensive one last month.
The ukulele, that is wonderful. Why the ukulele specifically? Is there a reason?
It is portable, first of all. I can take it with me anywhere. And secondly, I want to learn to play just one song perfectly by the end of the year. That is my specific goal.
That is a very good way to set a goal. Make it specific. Learning one song perfectly. That sounds achievable, but you will have to practice consistently to stick to it.
I know. My resolution is not just to buy the ukulele, but to practice for at least 20 minutes every single day. Consistency is the key to mastering any skill.
I agree completely. That practice schedule sounds like a good plan. I can imagine you playing beautiful music for us next year, Professor.
I hope so. Now, what about you, Jessica? You mentioned reading more books. Is that your top priority resolution?
It is definitely my main focus. My favorite resolution is to be more organized in my life. I want to spend less time looking for lost things.
To be more organized. That is a very practical resolution that improves daily life. What specific action are you going to take to achieve this goal?
I'm going to spend 1 hour every Sunday morning decluttering one area of my home. Decluttering means getting rid of things I don't need or tidying up a space.
Decluttering, that's a fantastic verb for our listeners. A small, consistent effort like 1 hour a week will make a huge difference by the end of the year.
I hope so. My other resolution is related to health. I want to drink more water every day. I always forget to drink enough.
That's a very common and very important health goal. How will you make sure you stick to that resolution?
I bought a special large water bottle and I will keep it on my desk at all times. I also downloaded an app on my phone that sends me a little reminder every hour to take a sip.
Using technology for reminders is a smart strategy. Small, visible changes like the water bottle help you stay focused on your goal.
They really do. You mentioned earlier, Professor, the difficulty of sticking to a resolution. Why do you think so many people give up after the first few weeks?
That is a fascinating question, Jessica. I think people often give up because their resolutions are too vague or too large. They try to change too much too fast.
Too vague, like, I want to be happier. That is hard to measure.
Exactly. Or too large, like, I want to run a marathon next month when they haven't run a mile yet. The initial effort is too intense. People will get discouraged and quit.
So the key is to set small, manageable goals that build up over time, like your 20 minutes of ukulele practice.
Precisely. Small wins build momentum and confidence. Now, let's talk about a very popular category for resolutions, finance. Do you have any financial resolutions, Jessica?
Oh yes, I have a very important financial resolution. I want to save enough money to take a trip to visit my sister next year. She lives on a different continent.
That is a wonderful, concrete goal. It's an easy resolution to prioritize because it has such an emotional reward. How are you planning to save this money?
My plan is to cut down on unnecessary spending. For example, I will make coffee at home every morning instead of buying a latte. I calculated that this will save me a significant amount of money each month.
Making coffee at home is an excellent example of a small change that leads to a big result over time. We call that a habit change.
Habit change. I like that phrase. It's about changing one small habit to reach a big goal. What about you, Professor? Do you have a financial resolution?
I do. My financial resolution is to learn more about investing. I want to spend a little time each week reading a book or an article about how to grow my savings responsibly.
That's a very intellectual resolution. So your goal is not just about the money, but about learning to manage the money better.
Correct. The resolution is the act of learning, not the result of the investment. It's about setting a goal to be more educated about my finances.
That's a smart way to think about it. Now, Professor, another very common resolution area is relationships. Do you set goals related to friends and family?
Yes, I believe that connecting with loved ones is extremely important. My resolution is to call my old college friends once every 2 months. We have fallen out of touch recently.
To fall out of touch means to stop communicating regularly, right? That's a very relatable goal.
It is. Life gets busy and you lose contact. My resolution is to be the one who initiates the contact. It requires a calendar reminder, but the effort is worth it.
That is a very thoughtful resolution, making a conscious effort to maintain those important connections. My relationship resolution is to be more present when I am with my family.
Present. What do you mean by that, Jessica?
It means putting my phone away when we are talking or eating dinner, not checking emails or social media, giving my full attention to the people in the room.
That is a profound resolution, Jessica. Being present is the opposite of being distracted. In our modern, technology-focused world, that is a valuable goal. It makes the time you spend with family truly meaningful.
I agree. It makes the real-life conversation a real talk, if you will.
A perfect connection to our channel name, English Real Talks. Now, let's talk about the idea of a fresh start. How important is the new year to provide that feeling?
It is very important. The first day of January feels like a magical day. It's like a new, clean notebook. All the mistakes of the previous year are gone, and you can start writing a new story.
That is a beautiful way to describe it. It's a psychological boost. It gives us permission to believe that we can change for the better.
It does. It gives us that burst of initial motivation to stick to our resolutions, even if we know that motivation will fade eventually.
And when that motivation fades, we must rely on discipline and good habits. It is the habits that keep the resolution alive.
So the secret is not the New Year's Day, but the consistent daily actions that follow.
Exactly. Think of your new habits as building blocks. Every day you practice the ukulele for 20 minutes, or you make coffee at home, or you put your phone away, you are adding a successful block to your resolution.
That is a wonderful analogy. It makes the big resolution feel less intimidating.
It should. Now, Jessica, do you have any resolution that involves learning a new language? Perhaps something other than English?
Yes, I do. I have a resolution to learn a little bit of Spanish. My family is planning a trip to a Spanish-speaking country in 2 years, and I want to be ready.
That is a fantastic goal and a very clear long-term target. How would you set a goal for learning a new language?
I will learn 10 new vocabulary words every week and practice saying them out loud. That is specific and manageable. And I will use a language learning app for 15 minutes a day.
That is a great strategy. 10 words a week is over 500 words in a year. That will give you a very strong foundation.
I hope so. I'm excited about it. It's another example of how small, consistent effort is the real key to achieving big things.
That's the entire lesson right there. Now, let me ask you one more thing, Jessica. Do you involve your friends or family in your resolutions?
Yes, I do. I tell my closest friends my resolutions. This creates a sense of accountability.
Accountability. That means your friends can ask you about your progress and help you stick to your goals.
Yes, if my friend asks, "Did you make your coffee at home this morning?" I am more likely to say yes because I want to keep my promise. We support each other.
That is a very smart approach. A support system helps you through the tough times when you feel like giving up. It is easier to succeed when you are not alone.
It is. I think we have covered so many important aspects of New Year's resolutions today, Professor. We talked about setting goals, prioritizing, sticking to them, and the feeling of a fresh start.
We have, and our listeners now have the vocabulary and the tools to talk about their own personal goals and future plans in English.
That's right. And actually, Professor, I think we should end with a small challenge for our wonderful listeners.
A challenge? I love it. What is our challenge for the English Real Talks community?
I want our listeners to leave a comment below this episode and tell us about one New Year's resolution that they have set for the coming year.
That is a marvelous idea. We would love to learn about the goals you have set for yourselves.
Yes, please use the phrases we learned today. You can say, "My top resolution is to set a goal to," or "I need to stick to my resolution of." Please write in English.
Do not worry about making a mistake. The goal is to practice. That is the most important part of learning a language.
Exactly. And we read all the comments. We love hearing your voices and learning about your lives.
Before we sign off, please remember to subscribe to English Real Talks if you haven't already. We're here every week to help you practice real-life English.
Yes, and click the notification bell so you know immediately when we post our next episode. Give this episode a like if you found it helpful for your English learning.
And please share it with anyone who might be interested in a fresh start for their English studies. Watching it together can be a great way to learn.
That's a fantastic idea. Learning together makes the challenge so much easier and more fun.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this inspiring discussion today. We wish you all the very best in achieving your goals.
Yes, we wish you a very happy and successful new year. May you stick to all your resolutions and have a wonderful fresh start. Keep practicing your English.
We will see you in the next episode of English Real Talks. Happy learning, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.